Well, I believe that a person that is not homophobic, because I think homophobia runs very deep.
Yes.
And I would say, that's what I say to my friends. I go, well, if you're not homophobic, why not whack off your friend that's a gay guy? Like, what's stopping you? Or blowing him? Or letting him fuck you in the ass? What's stopping you? You're not getting anything out of it, but he's having a hell of a time.
Well, that's where my window of opportunity
I bet it is, right?
One of them, you know. Only if I like the person, and that's one of my arguments. But come on, it would be like that. It is kind of gross, you know, if you're not into it, because it's like why not jerk your dog off? You know, your dog probably likes it, but that's because it's gross. He's a weird one, man.
How many people, though, seriously? No, I agree with you, it's gross, but do you think that happens a lot? Like lonely people and their dogs?
Jerking off their dogs?
Oh, yeah. Every time I see a woman walking down the street with a real big dog, I'm like, oh, they're going out.
Women?
Women are
but they
going
don't even
out
like
with
fucking.
They're going out with their dogs. No, they get their dogs to either go down on them. You know, Judd Apatow recently, and I'm apologizing to him.
Oh, but his dog is sexy.
He told me not to go to the places you are taking me.
I don't think you should
anymore.
Because you're not identified as a bisexual. You're identified. There's a million bisexuals in this country.
I have 3 kids. You know,
you're a brilliant comedian. Why are we identifying you in this group that's a huge group when you should be identified in a small group of being a brilliant comic?
That's so nice of you.
That's what I think.
That's what Judd wants to hear.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be, clean up my... Not trying to be Bill Cosby or anything, but we shouldn't.
No, we just wanted to get that out of the way at the start.
Well, we're done with all that.
Just to get.
How are you doing? Because when you walked in, I thought you were, because I haven't seen you in years. I thought we were going to be doing a bit where you're like a
Jerry Lewis,
Jiminy Glick character.
Yeah, no, I'm fat.
What happened?
Fried chicken and gravy. Let me tell you something.
Well, your metabolism slows down at our age. Yeah. How old are you now?
I'm 49 years old.
I'm 47.
Damn near 50.
For me, too. I always say I'm pushing 50.
Yeah, that's a scary age.
But we have to exercise, man. You have to...
I thought it was funny.
Your heart could...
I thought gaining a lot of weight would be funny. And also, it started out I was doing it for a role, Andy.
Right.
I'm serious.
No.
I'm serious. I was doing it for a role. Well, there wasn't a specific role, but people are always looking for a fat guy. No, listen, seriously. You can be as cruel as you want about it because
I'm not being cruel. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to be your friend because
thank you.
Your heart could seize up.
That's what my doctor said.
He did?
He said it was alarming.
Oh, my God.
You know what my doctor said to me, Andy? He said, I said, okay, enough of this, He said, okay, open your mouth and say oink. I'm like...
Well,
come on, man.
Listen, I'm going to put in a good word for you to be on Dancing with the Stars. It's hard to get on the show, but
I thought you were going to say it.
Please, for the love of God, do this.
I think you should do it. I think you should get on Dancing with the Stars. You lose weight. I was already thin, and I lost 15 pounds.
15 pounds?
15 pounds.
Wow.
I did have a little bit of a belly, but not anymore.
My only chance of losing...
No, I had a little bit of
my only chance of losing
belly.
15 pounds is if I went to a British casino. To be honest with you, I don't know. Listen, man, this is the thing. You have always been controversial, although you've always been a brilliant comic.
Trying to be more mainstream.
Don't you find that your controversy has overshadowed your brilliance as a comedian?
That's what I'm trying to be clean.
I was talking earlier.
Clean up my act.
I was talking earlier to you in the hall, and I said, I remember the first time you fucked up. Guy had 2 shows on television. I think it was the Ben Stiller show and Get Smart. They did a remake of Get Smart, and he goes in front of the people.
Radio. It was News Radio.
News Radio and Get Smart.
Right off the tail of the Ben Stiller show. They were overlapped for years. You're right.
So he goes on and in front of the, what do you call those people?
Upfronts.
The upfronts.
Mm-hmm. Where they announce all the new shows, and I happen to have 2, one on 2 different networks. My lawyer, Jared Levine, I still have him. Are you with Jared Levine?
Jared Levine's bailed you out many times. Yeah,
No. He's not a criminal. What? But he hires.
No, he's not. But he knows.
He knows the good criminal. Okay, that's.
But the point of it is, he begins his little press conference by apologizing for Get Smart. And I said, I like this motherfucker. Because Get Smart was my favorite show. God damned if I want to see it with Andy Dick in it.
Jesus.
No, because
I know.
Don
you
Adams.
Can't. But Don Adams was in it, remember? Don Adams and Barbara Feldon
Well, that's
played
what
my
I'm saying.
parents. Yeah.
They were in it?
They were in it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that. Does that exist?
I played their son.
Does that exist? I mean, somewhere? On tape?
Yeah, they have 12 episodes.
They had 12 episodes of it somewhere? Mm-hmm. Wow.
It was on the air. It was on Fox.
And I didn't know if Don Adams was in it, I would have watched it.
That was on the tail of the Ben Stiller show because Fox loved everybody there. In fact, remember Dino Stamatopoulos?
Sure.
We did that skank sock puppet. Shut your stinking trap. That was my voice, my hand, too. And they wanted to spin that off into a series on Fox.
Dino
Stamatopoulos.
Great
Dino,
writer,
you
wrote
reminded
some
me
great
of Dino.
Mr.
Dino, he fucking puts
No.
fiery things up his cock.
Wait, what?
Yes, because of what you said in the beginning of this show. You said that you have a hard time masturbating. He used to tell me that he just masturbates to just make sure it's still working. He's not interested in the actual sex. You're right. He's more interested in...
From a physiognomically...
Well, it's a mental weird thing.
We did a lot
he
of drugs,
does.
I think.
You and Dino did?
No, not me, no.
I did with him.
Adam Eget here, by the way. You're both clean and sober. Which is fantastic.
You have a good amount of time.
Almost
me too,
a year,
I think.
yeah.
How long you got?
Me too.
How long you got? How long you got? Well, how long
Same
you got?
amount.
That's right.
A year.
Yeah.
A little less than a year.
Sure, one of the guys who helped me through it was Jeff Richards. He got
Me
clean,
too.
and then I was like, yeah.
Me too. We had the same amount of time, he and I, but then I had a slip.
Yeah, I have one of those planned coming up.
They have a saying.
Isn't it interesting?
Under every dress, there's a slip.
It's
usually a girl that makes you go out.
Exactly.
Or sex in general. Or
yeah. It's interesting, I find. None of us here drink a drop of alcohol. Mm-hmm. And in my case, it's because I hate alcohol. And in your cases, it's because you love alcohol.
We love it. We do. I don't know if you have this, Adam. People think, that we're cured.
Yeah.
Or we're done, or everything's all better now. Yeah, right. But I said, this is exactly how it is for me. Especially after doing something as grueling and nerve-wracking and impossible, really was impossible for me to do Dancing with the Stars. I can't believe I did it without drinking. I can't believe it.
It's impressive.
But after doing it and that kind of accomplishment, my little demon, literally, he's tapping me, and I turn.
Now, this is not literal.
And literally, my alcoholism.
Or he's on so much fucking peyote right now.
Like the guy. Oh, I love Lucy. It's the same voice. Do the.
Hello, Dum Dum. Hello, Dum Dum. So their demon was tapping you on your shoulder.
No, not Dino.
No, demon.
Yeah, demon. Yeah, my disease or whatever you want to call it. It's a voice in my head. It's me, even.
Right.
And I goes, real good job on that dancing show. Really, you did great. Now can we drink?
Whoa. What'd you say?
I keep staving him off.
Yeah, of course.
Him, I don't know.
No,
my uncle.
Hello, Dubs.
My uncle, when he was a boy, he drank a lot,
Yeah.
Drank.
As a boy, he did?
No, when I was a boy.
Oh.
And we were all worried about him. And then one day he said, I think I got it under control now. He goes, I only drink when I'm alone.
That's like the biggest
worst, right?
sign of alcohol.
I drank alone a lot.
And it's true. I would go over to his farmhouse, and the light would always be on. He'd be in his underwear with the transistor radio and some Wild Turkey 101.
In a jug.
Yeah. Just 3 X's on it.
Did you have an addiction?
No. Well, some people said I had a gambling addiction. Like I lost all my money a few times.
So
I can understand it, I suppose.
Your weight thing, you're just eating too much.
My weight thing?
Well, you're a little bit overweight, and you said the doctor said you said the word alarming. That's not a good word to come out of a doctor's mouth.
I know.
Alarming.
Alarming. Guy uses it so much. Said it has my cholesterol. Alarming. I'm like, all right, somebody has a word of the day.
I don't know.
But yeah, no, because this is the thing. I was thin. I was thin like you. On Saturday Night Live, I was almost emaciated. I was so thin.
Yeah, well, you smoked cigarettes, too.
That helped. Cigarettes and
so
coffee.
you don't anymore. This is just like a...
Did you ever smoke cigarettes?
Never.
Harder than heroin to quit.
I know.
Not really. That's what they say.
No, they really do say that.
They say that all the time.
I think it's true.
They say that about everything except for heroin. Everything's harder than
Are you
heroin.
doing this to be a funny thing, or do you really have to kind of
I'm doing
feel
it. No, I feel that I have an oral fixation. You know about that.
I don't have that, by the way.
If it's
I don't
not
like
this, I go straight. You don't like sucking
I don't
cock?
like sucking cock. I mean, I have done it.
Yeah, I wouldn't like it. You know why I wouldn't like it?
Why?
Aren't those animals, like, inside the cum? Like, I remember...
The sperm, you mean?
Yeah. So to me, like, it's a bunch of animals and stuff.
That's one fantasy I have sometimes when I'm not going to do it. Judd Apatow. But I do have a weird fan. Okay, never mind.
Whose advice are you going to take in show business? Judd Apatow or
yours?
me?
Subscribe to Nom Burger King.